Welcome, Just Jeff on Life. Today's point to ponder. We are not alike. We are not alike. Okay, I'm driving down the road at the moment. Every vehicle on this road is exactly alike, and at the same time, mostly completely different. Every vehicle has some kind of motor, 4 tires, it's a means of transportation, their seats, a steering wheel, etc. They are all the same and yet completely different. If I stop this video right now, that proves my point. We as people, we are not alike, and yet we are exactly the same. I think what we are trying to do in our current state is to say all vehicles are exactly the same. There are no differences. Not between a truck and a car and a Camry and a Kia and a van. They are different. And yet they are exactly the same. Now, I understand one of the things that we have done in society over time is said one is superior to the other. And at all times. Now, I will say a truck is superior to a sedan if you need to haul a bunch of stuff, dirt, rocks, lumber, etc. Now, a sedan can do it, but a truck is superior. Now, if you want to haul 4 people with a relative decent gas mileage, a sedan is probably better. Superior. I'll go with that continued theme. Now, I know this is not popular. I'm going to say it anyway. Men and women are not alike. They are exactly the same and completely different. And using my same analogy, I believe there are instances, many, where men are superior. And I believe there are many instances where women are superior. And I think we are hurting ourselves by not accepting that. We are trying to make men and women exactly the same. Using another analogy, birds and fish are exactly the same. They need oxygen, they have a heart, they take in fuel, they expend waste. But a bird cannot swim, and a fish cannot fly. A bird is superior in the air, and a fish is superior in the water. And we are hurting ourselves by saying women can fly like men, or vice versa. Let's just say men are the fish. That they can fly like women, and women can swim like men. Now, I do understand that what we have done, going back to my other point, we have said over time, birds are superior, or men are superior, or that list is long. I'm only doing men and women. It can be race, it can be age, it can be height, it can be body type or size. Goodness sakes. Wow. Dude decided he needed to come up on my tail end like he was going to hit me. Probably wasn't going to, but well, who knows? Those things happen. Alright, where was I? Yes, so we have spent the history of mankind in ways saying men are superior and women are inferior. And I understand the pendulum swings and we make corrections. I don't think the correction is to say, and even if we aren't saying men and women are exactly alike, I think what we are doing is we are taking away from recognizing that each has tremendous things to offer. And by not offering those, we are shortchanging all of us. All of us. Now, I'm not going to make the list. there are things on my mind that I would like to make the list about, but I'm going to leave it neutral on purpose because I will limit it, and I'll get long in that list, and I'll become emphatic about that list. We are not the same. Now, I believe that those who are on these campaigns know and understand that, but I don't think this conversation is taking place. We are the same, and we deserve all the same rights and privileges and respect and opportunities, and yet we are completely different. And I think I hope soon we come back to recognizing that we all have strengths. And I'm not going to include weaknesses. I hate that. They aren't weaknesses. A bird that can fly majestically in the wind, it is not a weakness that it cannot swim. It wasn't designed to swim. A fish that can live in the water and take oxygen out of the water through its gills and transform it, or not transform it, but take oxygen out of its gills, that is its strength. It is not a weakness that it cannot fly. I hope that we stop. And I kind of want to go into some of my lists, but we do it. We do it for age and sex and race, gender, and etc. Could we begin to embrace the strengths that people have and stop trying to take what we deem as weaknesses and turn those into strengths that will never be? If you could somehow teach a fish to fly, let's say for the sake of conversation, that fish will never fly as well as a bird that was made and designed to fly, and vice versa. And that's what we are doing to each other to a degree, and under the premise that we are all the same. We are not all the same. Yes, we are all the same, and yet we are completely different. All right, it's going to get bouncy. The camera's going to shake. Again, I'm just Jeff. These are my thoughts on life. I simply present them. I consider them to be provocations for further thought and discussion. And that I welcome. Even if you're in absolute opposition to my thinking, they're only the beginnings of conversation. And I love conversation. Just Jeff on life. We are not the same. Let me know what you think.